Okay, we're gonna try this again. Do I have dirt? I feel like I want to have dirt. So, what I'm currently feeling like is... I want to start setting up, like, a base. Because, like, I'm not going to be... There's not going to be fast movement here. Let's be honest with each other about, you know, expectations of what this series is and is not going to be. Like, we are not going to be moving fast. We're not going to beat things up quickly. Like, this is going to be, a series is going to take time. Oh. Well, okay then. I am not of the opinion that I am ready for that at all. Okay, so the question is, while I wait for this goblin army to approach, because let's face it, it be approaching. So let's start leveling out the ground beneath my base, because I kind of want to start getting a I kind of want to start getting a setup going. Okay, those are half blocks. I can fix those later. Oh, it begins, apparently. This is fine. There'll be money. This is fine. Like, this was one of the reasons why we built the house so far up, is that way when this did eventually happen, because it was eventually going to happen. You know, at some point we were going to have goblins. Like, this was going to happen. So that's the reason why I built the house so far up, is that way, you know, if bad things should come to pass, I would have kind of solutions in place. So, you know, that would be the reason. So the good news is that I'm going to have money, which is great. Not a lot of it, admittedly, but, you know, every single one of these assholes that I kill is going to give me money, which I'll be able to use later on. And then, more importantly, this is going to give me access to the Goblin Tinkerer. Now, unfortunately, I don't remember where he spawns. So I'm going to have to go look, but that's going to give me access to rocket boots. It's going to give me access to being able to combine a lot of the crap that I have now, which is going to make my inventory a little bit better. It's going to make it so I can, you know, have more accessories, which is going to make the rest of my life easier. And then I think we're just going to go ahead and start planning to expand the base's capacities, I think is the way I'm going to say this. Oh dear. You, get out of here. And you. I mean, this is going to take absolutely forever, but where's my mouse? There's my mouse. But I think we're also going to do some work to make it so the base itself does not continue to blow bloody chunks. Like, I would like to actually have a base up there. So usually what I do for bases is I build, like, a tower that I start with. and then, you know, kind of get that tower going, and then once I have a tower, I start building, you know, the actual crew quarters. As you might want to put them. Probably gonna leave a scar. Well, I hear people really dig scars. So 34%. I mean, this is gonna take a bit. I don't have particularly amazing ways to, you know, to clear enemies quickly right now. Apart from just sitting down here with my blade and just swinging for the fences all day long. I came back, unfortunately. God, I wish this sword was better. I mean, it's certainly not bad, but jeez. I've got goblin warriors falling from the sky right now. So, like, ideally what I would have had, which, I mean, I can't even have this yet, but ideally I would have had lava pits and wired up dart traps on either side of the floor down there. And so, as soon as the goblin army started spawning, I could have just opened the lava pits and, turned on, you know, turned on the bullshit, and they would have just had to deal. And I could have just gone about my day. But no, I don't have that ability yet. That requires... That entire setup I just mentioned requires, among other things, the mechanic. And we ain't at that level yet. That is, we are not there yet. Hi. Give me stuff. Oh my god, there's so many arrows. There are so many goblin archers right now. And these guys hurt. Like, these guys hurt a lot. I'm going back up and grabbing health because this is scary. Oh my god, there were goblin archers everywhere, and now there are sorcerers everywhere. Why must there be yeah, you guys teleport up here. Teleport up here so I can deal with you up here. That is a great I love this plan. You don't even understand how much I like this plan. Okay. Cool, we're at 64%. We're getting there. Goblins are falling over. Slowly. This is not a fast thing by any means. Okay, I'm gonna head back towards my base over here. I really wish we were getting some penance. Like, some anti-goblin penance. Would be amazing. So this is what I think we're going to do. So we're going to end up carving out a large amount of the ground beneath me, so I can start building the underground portion of my base. %. Let's go get a heal from the nurse. So I'm going to build the underground portion of my base. Kind of get that done. So the underground is going to be the vaults. It's going to be the fishing holes. It's going to be the obsidian grinder. A lot of which I can't actually do anything about now. My garden is going to be down there. Excuse me, who said you could come down here? Hey, you just sit there in the corner. You're not baby. I can put you in the corner. Just sit down there and think of what you did. I'm probably going to pave this area with, like, stone. %. So I mean, we'll have a lot more. I'll have a lot more plans. But I was thinking last night as I was trying to pass out and failing horribly, is that I'm not good enough to do this stuff quick. Like, I don't know enough. I'm not good enough. I take stupid damage, all that good stuff. So instead of trying to do it quick, we're just going to do it. Like, I'm just gonna go and, play this the way I would. Okay, that happened. But I play this the way that I normally would. So this means that I'm going to build a base. I'm going to build up things. I'm going to gradually get a setup going. Also, that was a lot of money I just lost. You, give me my stuff back. First, I don't know where you think you are going. But I want my gold back. This applies to y'all as well. Like, you're going down into a pit. I did devise this pit, though it wasn't intentional for you guys. Okay, cool. Okay, so that was the goblin event done. Yay. So that's been completed. I'm gonna go ahead and quick stack. Okay, so now we have a little bit of money. I'm gonna go ahead and buy a piggy bank. All right. I'm just gonna go ahead and sell the spiky balls. I don't really have any intention of using them. Okay. So, I got a couple options on what I can do. You know what? I'm gonna be cutting down a lot of trees. I want an axe. Best use of my time? No. But I'm going to be cutting down trees. Okay, sunflower. I'm going to put the jungle spores in here, the vine in here, the stinger in here. We'll be back for a lot of this stuff, like, later. So, I'm not, terribly concerned about some of this nonsense. I still have the blowpipe in my inventory? I don't think so. Okay, we're not going to be using that Evanstone block, though. That is not a thing that's going to end up being used. Okay. No rare creatures. Okay, swings a little bit faster, allows me to get rid of the trees. We're going to need to do a little bit of deforestation down here. I'm not sure if I'm going to reforest the space beneath my base. That's going to be a eventually we will find out sort of thing. Okay. Let's get rid of some of these obelisks. So what I'm thinking is, so the level that you see those trees are at over there, that is the level that I'm actually comfortable with the floor around the base being. Like, I want to be that level. Do I have a hammer? Okay. I want this level everywhere. As I said, I'm probably going to end up paving it. So, you know, this is not amazing. But what I don't want to happen in the future is I don't want the Goblin Army to come in and just be able to just kind of waltz in like they just did. I'd like to actually have some level of defenses up. But also, again, like below me, in the gap where I have that like mini mine that I worked on, in that area, like we're gonna be putting a series of vaults. Like I'm gonna have, that's where I'm probably gonna keep my items. That's where I'm gonna have, you know, my predetermined fishing nodes that I'm gonna be doing. So I want to make sure like I have a space available to me that will work for this. Don't ask me why I chose this particular height, because it does mean a lot of effort on my part. But I'm going to need these dirt blocks anyways, believe it or not. I'm going to need them to be able to kind of fill in places that I do not want to exist. Keeping an eye on my rare creatures thing over there in case we get like a golden creature. I doubt we will, because that would require a certain level of luck that I just do not have, typically. Yeah, I'm gonna get to the building aspect of Terraria. That's the plan right now. Okay, let's go ahead and fill this in a bit. No, I just dealt with goblins. I'm not dealing with you. Go away. So what I'm thinking is that right here, where this rope is... So we're going to build a... just going to build what is essentially going to be like a pit. But we're going to build like a trench right here that I can climb down. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be... I'm going to civilize it. So it's one of the things I'm going to do is, even though I'm using a lot of dirt right now, my plan is to actually civilize this, so that way I have a safe, like, spot to go later. Okay, so I want this one also gone. So we're gonna be like putting stone up on either side of this. So I may end up having to divert this water a little bit. That's fine. But I may end up diverting this water. I just got to figure out like where I want everything to be. And that's the problem. When it comes to that sort of thing, I get kind of indecisive about how I want to do my setups. And I have kind of a particular setup I have in mind that I have used in the past for Terraria for this sort of thing. So that's kind of what I'm going to end up using here. This is also going to be the spot where, like, I'm going to set up my elevator. Like, this is... The stuff that I'm doing right now is going to be, like, we're setting up for the base for the remainder of the game. Okay, cool. So we're filled in here. Let's go ahead and start cutting this down. Unfortunately, night, not really the best time to do the things that I'm doing right now, just because, you know, high zombies are going to be floating around and causing me some trouble. So what I may do is I may run up... Let me think, how do I want to do this? What block types do I have available to me? I think we're gonna need some stone slabs. I have no idea what this actually looks like. I'm hoping this looks okay. I don't think I've ever used stone slab before. Let's get rid of some of these death markers. Okay. So, what I'm thinking for now, let's take a look at these stone slabs. How does this look? Are we cool with this? I mean, it's not terrible. I don't know if I'm happy with this. But, you know, if we're going to be saying something like, "Hey, you know, I'm building a castle effectively," like, you know, maybe this will work. And that's like the idea right now, is we're building effectively a castle. I'm gonna have towers on either side. Like, we're gonna have some stuff. So welcome to the building segment of the stream. Keeping an eye out for rare creatures. So the question is, how far to the left do I really want this to go? So what I'm thinking on is that I'm thinking we're going to go out a decent ways, you know? I'm thinking I want some space. So I'm thinking the main base that I'm going to do is going to be like 50 feet in either direction of that pit I just made. And then, so that's going to be where the tower is going to be. Is going to be 50 feet in either direction. And then, once I have the tower created, then 250 feet in either direction is going to be, it's raining. Great. So 250 feet in either direction, that's going to be the, like, main entry plaza, so that way I can put, like, traps in there for when the next invasions come. So let's take a look at that. So what does that look like? It's 35. There's a worm there causing me problems. Okay, so apart from this last one, which belongs over here where this... Okay, sorry, Worm. Like, You are causing me issues, my bud. Okay. So that is the proposed width of the tower here. So that's the width. That's kind of what we're talking about here. And then what we'll do is there will be an additional line out, another 250. And that will be something that I can carve out, I can put lava in, and then I can put actuated blocks on top of that, which will allow me to control what can move in and out. So that's kind of the plan. That's what I'm aiming for right now, is what I just outlined. So let's kind of... We're going to take a look, see what this looks like. Okay. So this is where the outer walls lay. Cool. So that's going to be my outer walls. That's what we're aiming for. Let's get rid of some of this. Not good back wall. So the question is, like, you know, I want to back wall this naturally because I need to civilize this. Only when it's civilized are monsters and such going to stop spawning down here. Now, naturally, if there are NPCs in this area, NPCs will also help civilize this, which is also nice. But I'm not really, you know... I don't really want the NPCs to be down here. They're going to be up in the tower. So, what I've just developed is essentially just an entryway. That's all this really is. This is an entryway in, but this is not, I just realized I'm going to want to go down another level for the 250 feet. To kind of identify, you know, this is my zone, this is not. And 250 absolutely goes into those trees over there. Like, that's absolutely within 250. This right here, I might just say, screw it, however far that is. But I'm gonna do some stuff. So we might just say another 50 out. It might not even need to be 250. Let's toss these here for now. Now, I'm not 100% sold on the building material I'm using. It's available, which is what appeals to me. But, yeah, I'm not sold on this stuff yet. Okay, so let's do this. So let's say that I'm going to go another 50 feet out before I put up the walls. That seems a little bit more reasonable than my previous plan.